All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Limitless MD. I'm your host, Vikram Raya. Today, I have my good friend, Victor Delerme. What if you could reclaim hours of free time each week, create legacy building wealth, and devote more energy to your passion projects without giving up on your career as a life-saving MD? My name is Vikram Raya, functional cardiologist, high-performance coach, and real estate expert. And I'm here to give you the tools, strategies, and solutions you need to transform your life so you can unlock your limitless potential and achieve greatness, all the while freeing up your precious time. Welcome to Limitless MD. Let's dive in. Victor, welcome to the podcast. This guy is a complete phenom. He's multilingual. He services business owners, high net worth people globally. He's based out of my hometown, Atlanta. And I met him at a Mexico mastermind where he was spitting knowledge and advice to some of the best entrepreneurs all around the country. So Victor, welcome to the show.
Hi, Vikram. How you doing?
Absolutely great. So Victor, my audience, as you know, is really high performing physicians, and they are already successful, but they want to go to the next level. But I think your backstory would show them a lot of insights into the kind of person you are, and then we can get into what you've seen in your top clients during this type of economic crisis.
Sure. Well, Vikram, I'm from Puerto Rico, right? I come from a family that we are entrepreneurs. My mom migrated from Dominican Republic to Puerto Rico, and she started developing businesses as soon as she got into Puerto Rico. So I saw that. Me growing up, I saw that at home. I saw my dad being a very well-read man, and then I saw my mom being an action woman, basically going and starting businesses. Some of the things that I'm seeing right now with my clients, with the people that I work with, pretty much people have to think outside of the box, right? Oftentimes, professionals or business owners are not seeing the opportunities that are out there because for the most part, they've been trained in a specific trade. And when they're trained in a specific trade, they're not seeing the opportunities, the abundance of opportunities that is out there, right? If they think outside of the box, outside of whatever it is that they've trained for, right? So for example, we're seeing a lot of people diversifying, right? We're seeing people starting businesses that can have cash flows, right? That they can build equity, that they can have cash flows.
Example of those businesses people are starting?
Sure. So for example, we're seeing people investing in real estate, right? We're seeing people, and you've seen this, Vikram, people starting investing in real estate, partnering up and, raising capital and buying real estate, taking advantage.
Isn't it a scary time to do that right now?
Well, it's always going to be a scary time. Think about it. It's always going to be a scary time. It's never going to be a perfect time, right? You're going to see market conditions where things are going to be more expensive. Things are going to be less expensive. It's going to be easier for you to find capital. It's going to be easier for you to find investors. It's easier for you to, work with banks. There's going to be times where things are going to be more favorable than others, right? But it doesn't mean that there's no opportunity out there. You have to basically you do your research, your due diligence, and then take action based on the information that you have gathered.
So let's get into this. So I really want you to give some case studies. Obviously, don't reveal your clients' names, but can you tell me, your top 5, top 15, top 10% of your clients, what are they doing in terms of their cash positioning during the economic recession? What are they doing in terms of their investment choices? And when you speak to them personally, how is their mindset?
Sure. So let me tell you some of the cases where we were able to add a lot of value to our clients before, because we foresaw this, right? A year ago, 6-9 months ago. So we have professionals, we have investors that, live outside of state. So we're in Atlanta, Georgia, right? And we have investors, we have clients that are in the West Coast, but have real estate here in Atlanta. And, our client has multiple multifamily, properties in the Atlanta market, north of 30 units, right? And in his case, we advised him, okay, so he's like, Victor, what can I do? And so we took a look at his portfolio and we took a look at his cash position. And we said, okay, why don't you secure a line of credit based on the equity that you have in on your real estate, right? And he secured a very low interest rate, right? That is way less than the current rate right now, right? So right now he's ready for the opportunity. When the opportunity comes for him to buy and invest, he's ready.
Yeah, I love that. So guys,
to go and attack the market. So we worked on his mindset, getting ready, take action. And now when the opportunity comes, you're ready to go and buy more real estate.
Yeah,
right?
Victor just laid a really cool point here, guys. So one, anticipate, right? This was the most telegraphed recession or correction in history, guys. Everyone has been waiting for this. So if you didn't know this was happening, then you live under a rock, right? So number one, anticipate. Number two, come up with options, right? So come up with multiple options. And then number three is consult with your team, your specialists, your financial advisors, your financial coaches, wealth advisors, etc. And then strategize and then take preemptive action. So in this case, he leveraged his current portfolio, secured a phenomenal line of credit with then amazing interest rates, which have dramatically shifted now.
Yeah.
And then get ready. And you've heard me say this, you've heard other people say this, cash is trash. Well, cash is actually back in vogue again.
It is.
And it's good to be sitting on cash and waiting for these opportunities. And Victor, do you know a gentleman who's from Omaha, Nebraska?
I think I know who you're talking about.
And he's called the Oracle, and he's
right.
considered the number one investor of all time, who's sitting on billions and billions of dollars of cash waiting.
Yeah, last time I checked, he was sitting in 140 billion, something like that.
Yeah, 150 now, I think. So $150 billion of cash, guys. So if the Warren Buffett is doing that, do you think that might be a good, interesting strategy for
you? He's got that money in short-term securities, right? Or short-term treasury bonds.
Right.
And
he's earning about 5% right now.
Right. So he's getting all that money. He's getting all this interest income accrued and paid, right? So his balance sheet actually is expanding by him not doing anything, right? We also have clients that have, multiple, 6 figures, even 7 figures, that have cash parked in specific vehicles that are getting 4%, right? 4 or 5%. And they're just waiting for the right opportunity.
Victor, let me ask you a question.
Yep.
If you knew you couldn't fail this year, what would you do? And it could be for your practice, it could be for your life, it could be for anything. What would you
do? If I know that I'm not, that's a very good question. So if I know that I cannot fail, I will expand and double down in what I have been successful at.
Which is?
So in my case, it's running my business, adding value to my clients, growing my staff, growing our technology, basically adding more value to our business, our culture, so we can help more clients and we can be more effective working with clients. So working with entrepreneurs, working with investors, if I'm having a conversation with them and I'm telling them, okay, if I'm asking them exactly the same question you asked me, Vikram, be, double down on what works for you. I'm going to give you an example. Yesterday, I was sitting with a client, right? He owns multiple medical practices here in Atlanta. And he's thinking about expanding into different ventures, right? He had a great year in 2022. And he's thinking about dabbling into something that he doesn't have a level of expertise. Now, picture this. Last year, 2022, he had a record year. And he's thinking about taking that money and put it to work in something that he doesn't have experience or he doesn't dominate that market. So we had the conversation. I'm like, okay, why don't you just, instead of dabbling there, which you can do in the future, why don't you double down in your business, right? Have the right team members, the right technology, the right equipment, the right marketing strategy, right? So this year, like 2023, you're going to have even more of a record year compared to last year.
I love
right?
that, Victor. I got to stack in on what you're saying. So, guys, that was absolute gold that Victor just dropped there. And I gave some presentations to physicians, around the country, and one of the slides I have in there is this really cool slide, and it talks about the 3 best investments you could ever make in life. And if you guys are listening to this, I'm sure you guys are part of this elite tribe of doers and achievers and the limitless mindset. But as Victor is suggesting, I would say before we even get to the investing in your business, the number one investment you can make is in yourself. So he said mindset, he said psychology, the investor psychology, the investor mindset, the physician mindset, the mindset of the person who's excited about economic winters and depressions and corrections are why the Fortune 500 companies in the world were created during this kind of times, these kind of winters. Number 2, so investing in yourself is a 30x return. And this is even said by Warren Buffett. Number 2, the second best investment you can make is in your own business. You have what we call an unfair advantage. Is that correct, Victor? Unfair advantage.
Absolutely, because think about this. Entrepreneurs were warriors, right? Business owners were warriors. And no one understands better the business that you're in than yourself. So if you invest in yourself, like if you invest in like the right coaching and the right education, the right systems for you to get better, for you to grow, you're going to be empowered. You're going to be ready to make better decisions.
Yes.
So you're going to be making better decisions. You're going to have an immediate impact in the business, the people that you work with, the clients that you serve. And when you add more value than anybody else in the marketplace through your business, like Vikram said, you said 30x.
So 30x is investing in yourself. Yeah. And then if you invest, I think in a business, I think you can get a 10 to 15x, return. And I remember this is compounding. You're investing in yourself, then you're investing in your business. And the last thing I think you should invest in is what's been working for the last 5,000 to 7,000 years on this earth, which is real estate, right? Like these are the 3 best things that I've ever invested in. And they've literally helped me, achieve what I call, the 5 freedoms, help financial freedom, mindset freedom. I've been able to, have more free time with my family, all these things. And so I know that's what a lot of people want, but I think this is one of the pathways to get there. So, and there's nothing wrong in investing in stocks and crypto and all these other things. But make sure you at least have these 3 bases covered. So, Victor, let me ask you a couple of quick, fun sort of bonus fire questions. Top 5 financial books of all time you've read.
Okay, so I gotta tell you, it would be The Magic of Thinking Big, Think and Grow Rich, Riveted, Snowball, Warren Buffett biography.
Okay.
And number 5's gotta be my book, Thinking Outside of the Tax Box.
That's your book?
Yep. So the first three that I gave you, Vikram, it's basically psychology. That's what it is. It's about mindset, right? It's about how to think, like how to think about things and about opportunities. Because if you do that, you're gonna differentiate yourself. You're gonna see things different from other people. So you're gonna start seeing value on the things that you do. And then if you're on a business or you're an investor, you invest in real estate, you're gonna see things in a different way. And automatically that's going to grow your personal or business finances.
That's awesome. And then Snowball obviously is our man, Warren Buffett. And then tell me, you wrote a book, Thinking Outside the Box. What is the top 3 takeaway messages from that book? Sure.
So I'm going to summarize it this way. The best thing a real estate investor, a business owner, right, an entrepreneur can do is to consult with a CPA that's going to understand the business that you're in, is going to understand the investments that you have, that it's going to has to understand the compelling future that you're building for you, for yourself, for your family, for the business, right? And when you do that, you are able to strategize better your finances, your personal finances, your business finances, your personal taxes, your your business taxes. One of the best investments you can ever make is having the right tax plan, the best tax strategy, because that's going to compound, right? So for example, if you invest in real estate, you know that you can qualify for something that's called like depreciation, right? And depreciation or accelerated depreciation or cost segregation is going to allow you to minimize your taxes in a big way. And by minimizing those taxes, you take those savings and you reinvest that in yourself or in your business or in more real estate. So it's got a compound effect, right? It's got a compound effect. So it's about understanding the business that you're in, working with a CPA that understands what your future looks like, and have the best tax strategy. It comes down to that.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So tell me, my friend, what's next for your CPA company? And what's the name of your CPA company? What's the name of the business?
Yeah, it's Delerme CPA.
Delerme CPA, guys. And so are you taking on physician clients?
We are actually, we have been successful at working with a number of physicians in state and out of state. And a number of our physician clients, we help them with, accounting, tax strategies, business consulting, and have, we've been very successful at it, and we love working with doctors, and we have a lot of fun.
That's awesome. What's the best way people can get a hold of you?
Best way to reach us is, you can always give us a call, 678-585-6580. You can find me on Instagram, Victor.Delerme. YouTube, you can find me on Victor Delerme as well.
Your website is delermecpa.com. Is that right?
That's right. Website is delermecpa.com.
That's awesome. Guys, I know that's the question I get asked. Hey, who do you know who's a good CPA? Well, here you go, guys. I brought on Brandon Hall. I've got Victor Delerme. I got a lot of folks. So you get who you feel comfortable with, get someone who you can work with, and take care of of your finances, of your wealth, of your trajectory where you're going. I mean, if you're still using TurboTaxes, guys, you're done. You're cooked.
That is a big mistake that entrepreneurs or business owners do make. They're trying to save sometimes money by doing things themselves. And you understand this, Vikram. In order for you to expand, you have to team up with people. You cannot do everything yourself. Yeah. You're doing yourself at the service. So
Victor, I want to end with this. What's the impact you want to have on the world, Victor?
Sure. So the immediate impact is to work very well with our clients, right? That's immediate impact, add value to our clients. And at some point, Vikram will want to employ 1,000 people.
That's awesome. Yes. And think about it. If he's 1,000-member CPA firm, do you think the kind of impact he's going to have is tremendous? So well done, my friend. Awesome having you on the podcast. Keep doing the great work. I'll see you at the next Mastermind. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for being part of the Limitless MD podcast, the Limitless MD movement. We're on the rise. Appreciate all the 5-star ratings, the referrals, and all that. And guys, keep crushing it. And until next time, be phenomenal. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Limitless MD. If you found value from this episode, I encourage you to share this episode with a friend and let me know by leaving a review. For more information, make sure you check out the links in the show notes below or simply visit vikramraya.com. So until next time, my friends, be phenomenal.